What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright guys, we are now here for the pre-download situation, which is huge. Huge. So the times have changed a tad bit here. Okay, so the pre-download schedule is as follows. So 5/7, which is Tuesday, today, right? The maintenance is going to start at 3 p.m. So everyone's aware, 3 p.m. until the grand launch. So it looks like they're doing 3 p.m. till 3 a.m. the next day. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty damn big maintenance. So this may also be subject to change. They have already changed it once because it was originally at 12 o'clock. So they upped it by 3 hours, giving us 3 less hours of maintenance time. So keep that in mind. Any schedule changes will be notified through this notice. So make sure we are looking at this at a constant rate. Okay. Download links are available here, iOS, and PC. So Android, Apple and PC downloads. Now keep in mind Bluestacks is also going to be available, and I'm going to be going through them as a sponsor for showing you guys how to do rerolls, so keep that in mind. I'll probably be doing that right now, actually, after this part's done. And then here you guys go, game download tips for the association. Close the time guidance web view windows after launch of the game. Log in or sign up, download the data in advance. This is a big one because it's going to be a huge download, and then with the data downloaded in advance you can immediately play the game. So here's the specs for everybody who wants to play this. Okay, so minimum specifications: OS Android version 9.0 or higher. RAM is 4 gigabytes or more, or the model is Galaxy S9. This phone is going to blow up. I kid you not. Bare minimum, this phone is going to blow up. Recommended ones are 9.0, OS version 6 gigabytes, which is much better than Galaxy S20. I've got an S21. I played on that. Works perfectly fine. I've never had a problem with it. So I do agree with these ones, and that's what I would highly recommend going for. This here, your phone literally will become a ticking time bomb. It's going to probably melt your hands with how hot it's going to get. So definitely stick with this. Now iOS, I don't have Apple anymore, so I can't give you much advice on this, but it's 12.2 for both of them. 4 gigabytes versus 4 gigabytes. That's the same. iPhone XS, iPhone 11. So, I mean, pretty close, really, at the end of the day. A lot more stringent on the requirements on the Apple side, clearly, right? So keep that in mind. And the minimum specs for PC is going to be i3 220 3.3 gigabytes versus 4460 3.2. So I mean, a much better CPU there. RAM, I can personally tell you now, I've got 16 before, wasn't enough. 32 was perfect. Yeah, this game requires a hefty PC to play, surprisingly enough. So 8 gigabytes was never enough for me. I use 32 personally. 16 was okay. I had some issues with crashes, but either way, GTX 16660 there for the recommended, and I do recommend that for sure. And then Windows 10 or higher. That's the standard pretty much for everybody. Game progress made during early access will not be reset. Hunters who participate in early access can continue playing after global launch. Pre-download may become available at different times depending on market distribution. The game can be uploaded through its official release. Hunters who participate in early access do not need to pre-download separately. Keyword, do not need to pre-download separately. Okay, back here again. So while maintenance is going on, we got quite a few things that have just recently dropped. So first off, points events. These are the things that are going to be happening. These are the events that are happening in the game itself. So you guys can see here, Cha Hae-In growth event, pick the best dancer, is going to be going on. That's going to be the tournament, essentially the event for her drop and banner. So that's going to be occurring from the 7th to the 29th. Gate exploration tournament is going to be happening as well too. Artifact growth challenge, hunter growth challenge. So these are all different dates for the different events. If this is new to you and you haven't played because you're a global player, essentially these are like automated events that will occur based on a schedule. All you have to do is just do the actual like exploration of dungeons, the gates, level up your characters, etc., and you will get points and rewards at the same time. So this is essentially how that's going to work out, and these are all of the rewards along the way. This is all early access players are used to, so this is nothing changing for us personally, but this is the one I wanted to look at here. So the Cha Hae-In rate up celebration, pick the best answer. So start off with gold at 50 points. Weapon enhancement gear 2, which is actually really nice. Melding cube selection 2 is nice. Design times 2 is really good. That's going to be early on, great for early players. For veterans, not that big of a deal for early access, but good for new players for sure. Rune fragments, a lot more gold. Gold is something you're definitely going to want, guys, for sure. So this is a big one. Rune chest, Skill Scrolls, Powder of Blessing, Hunter exclusive, that's a big one right there. And then SSR Sword of Light. So this is going to be the one you're going to be aiming for because that's actually her SSR weapon at 1,500 points. I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. I think it's going to be a dice roll event as well too. So keep that in mind. And then all the rankings are here for anyone who wins first to top 10, etc. Right? So this is all common stuff. You'll get used to this as you get used to the game. It's been happening for early access for quite some time now, okay? So let's see what else is there. So Grand Launch Celebration 7-day gift event. So after the maintenance ends, we're going to get ourselves 7 days worth of things, so 30,000 gold, some skill ruin chests, some, yeah, these are going all the way down. So skill ruin chests are essentially runes for Jinnu, for his skills. So they'll give you various different, every skill has like 4 different runes, and each of them do different things and have different elements for the most part. So that's what that is. And then you get yourself a brand new one called Earth Shock ×1, which is amazing because that's epic ones are really, really, really hard to get. So that's actually really nice that they're giving us a 7-day epic version of that. So there's that to look forward to. So Raid Up Celebration, here you guys go. You guys can see she's officially been announced. So again, complete the missions. So acquire missions by completing, okay, yeah, that's easy. So just do the missions and you get points. And for these points, you can again get yourself a SSR Sword of Light at the end of it all. Ranking rewards, again, we saw those earlier. These are actually worthwhile going for, but sometimes a little whaley, so don't be too heartbroken. It's free to play if you can't get this. They're not over the top rewards. They're fairly easy ones to get through the game. Special shop events, you guys can see here, event shop, free gift, Raid Up draw a ticket for free, which is great. And then there's a couple diamond ones you can purchase along the way. So if you want to explore this, you can check out the events page to see what's going on. There's that, and let's see what else we got here. There we go, Raid Up draw information. Okay, so there's her Sword of Light. So experience the new Hunter release. So Hunter preview is good because it allows you to actually use the unit. They give you rewards. A quick preview of how Cha is going to work. You can participate in the Raid Up draw for that in the lobby. So she is a limited character. Keep that in mind. The event period. So yeah, this is just talking essentially about the fact that when acquiring the SSR through draw support, there's a 50% chance you'll lose that or win it. So it's a 50-50 draw. So you're guaranteed her at the double the event. So it's 80 for, like the max is 80 to pull for her. So you need 160 guaranteed to get her. So remember, Essence Stones are going to be a big part of this. Limited tickets for free-to-play players are very hard to get. So Essence Stones is what you want to save, okay? The remaining 50 chances divided amongst all the other SSRs on the list, whether it's weapons or hunters, it doesn't matter. If an SSR acquired through draw support is not the SSR hunter that's the Raid Up, in this case is Cha, there's a 100% chance to get her in the next time you get another SSR. So again, it's a 50-50 draw. Most of you guys are probably used to this. Not uncommon for most gacha games. All right, and then here you go, Celebration. So here's what's going to happen. Check the mission list at the menu, event icon, special dice. So she is having the dice event. If you have never seen the dice event, you go back to watch my Choi videos. I show you how the dice event works. Essentially what happens is you'll have these missions to complete. So for example, log in, do 5 gates, level up Jinnu's weapons, do a limited draw. So for Cha, which will give you actually 10 rolls, that's the best one. And then there's one other, I think it's like level up a hunter. So when you do those events, you get yourself some dice rolls, and then you can do those dice rolls and collect your weapons along the way. So you guys can see here, you have a couple different options. Like sometimes you get this double roll where whatever you roll the first time you get to do it again. And then there is one more which you can roll the dice again without consuming a ticket, which is great because they didn't have that last one. I think they only had the double roll before. So these are all the rewards you can get along the way. So slot number 1, you guys can see goes up to 6, right? You get weapon designs, 12, 18, you always want to land on those, right? And then so after doing a few different rounds of it, you'll eventually get the free weapon itself, which is the 5th round over here. So round 2 right there, you guys can see you get the free Sword of Light. And then from there, the only thing you're really aiming for at the end of the day is more of these weapon designs. And again, they're on every 6th slot of the board. Along the way, though, you'll get yourself some of these extra designs. Now, these are actually really low quality designs, but great for global players. So for global players, this is going to help a lot. For veteran early access players, this is all stuff that's really not going to help us in any way, shape, or form. So I was really hoping they'd up the prizes again, like they did with the capsule one for Silver Main Bet, because those prizes are way better. But at least for like players who are actually going to be available to do global, like brand new players, this is going to be incredible. What this means, by the way, guys, is you need to do 6 rounds, full rounds of the board in order to get this weapon. So every single full round you do, you get yourself some Raid Up tickets as well, too, which are your limited tickets. And then eventually you'll get yourself the 5th one will give you the Sword of Light, and the 6th one, then you'll start getting yourself 4 weapons, 4 of the weapons design weapons, and you need 100 of them total in order to make another SSR. Eventually, when this event ends, you'll be able to actually craft them in the craft section, so don't worry too much about that, all right? So that's essentially the special dice event, and that's how Cha is going to be handled, the same way as Choi, so I'm not surprised there. But there you guys have it. This is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.